right, what's up, you guys? Welcome. Good morning to each and every one of y'all on this Sunday. And so, I was up there doing some work or whatever the case may be, but I am here, and I want to say good morning to you all. And I am so excited because we have some exciting news. We were able to check the ratings for the month of November. And I was pleasantly surprised. In the month of November, this is like sum up the entire month, we saw our analytics, and I want to read that to you guys because I posted it on my community wall. And I posted on my community wall, and we hit 256,000 views in November. That's just in November alone. That was about 51,000 more than the previous month. So now I'm starting to, pay attention more to the analytics, and I was super excited. I said, "Oh my gosh, this is so great." I was surprised. I felt a new shift in the show, more topics, because at one point we was only talking about a couple of people. Now we have added that to a lot more variety of subjects. And I just want to thank the viewers because you all have came through, and each day, y'all are watching the content. And I personally would like to say thank you. I'm so overwhelmed because we were on a decline, and over the summer something was going on. And so I started listening to the audience more, and they gave me some great suggestions. They wanted me to talk about other subjects. So we added that, and you all responded so well while we were reaching new viewers. And because of the beauty of YouTube, it's now, it's so easy to see like your analytics report. And a lot of us, like myself, don't know how to read it or didn't pay it any attention. And so now I'm looking, okay, what is the audience responding to? Okay, let's give them this, let's give them that. And so I'm just so excited. Like my mind is already thinking about 2024, but we're going to have a great December. My mind is just really into 2024. Like I have so many ideas that I always want to try for the show. And 2024, I think the theme is just going to be me, the entertainer, to entertain more. And I have so many great ideas that we're going to do in 2024, which I'm looking forward to it. And so, but in December, this is like the preview of what 2024 is going to look like, meaning more shows, more tea, more gossip, and we just going to have a good time. Now, previously we did a video and everybody said, "Oh, Wiley, you didn't have your details together with Shirley Strawberry, the whole tea." I'm not an expert in that. I was just really giving my review of the interview, not a review of the whole entire Shirley Strawberry saga. No, that wasn't my job. I wasn't doing that. What I did in that previous video was me giving my review of Tasha's interview, right? That was it. So that was it. I was not trying to give you listen to all the recordings, none of that. I literally gave you my review of Tasha K interview. That was it. And we got other interviews that we're going to review and other commentaries that we're going to do as well. And so, but I do thank y'all for responding and listening to what I was doing. Now, we got some couple of topics that we're going to get into, but I just want to say thank you to the viewers. And again, continue to send me an email. Now, some of y'all still send me about one YouTuber, but I do want to thank you to the new viewers that want to see me talk about other things and send me other topics. Some producers send me stuff before the general public, before nobody is talking about it. And so I do personally want to say thank you all. Now, this tea that I'm about to get into now, nobody's reporting on it. And we got to talk about Toni Braxton and Birdman. Now, I'm a huge Toni Braxton fan. I feel that Toni Braxton is an underrated person in today's society, kind of like her legacy. Like this new generation don't understand how iconic Toni Braxton is as an artist. They just literally just think, oh, that's Tamar's sister, blah, blah, blah. But they kind of forget about the love of Tamar, the love of Toni and all of the Braxtons. But it all started with Toni. Without Toni, there would not be any of these Braxtons, right? It's because of her success. So a source, we have some information that Toni Braxton have broken up with Birdman. So I went on her Instagram page and I'm like, okay, where's the picture? Like, she deleted her pictures. And anytime a celebrity go deliberately delete a photo off of their IG, I mean, that's a sign that they have broken up. Now, from my understanding, Birdman was not compatible with Toni, meaning his ideas did not align with her ideas. Like, they're trying to make it work. Okay, it's good in the bedroom, but Birdman is just not a faithful man. And I think Toni Braxton now have came to the conclusion, listen, we just can't get it together. I'm done with you, right? So that's going to be her storyline for Braxton Family Values. Now, that show is coming out. Braxton Family Values, they taping a new season, and the producers are like, okay, we need some drama other than y'all grieving for Tracy Braxton. So Toni, now this storyline, she needs some drama because she don't have an album, she's not on the charts, etc. So that storyline of her dumping Birdman, or that friction with Birdman, will dominate Toni Braxton's storyline. Now, when I saw these two together, I've always say it's not a match for me. As a total opposite. He's not the best speaker, but then again, Toni Braxton, he probably like, oh, he's good in bed. He's the total opposite. I'm a pre-K. He's a thug. Usually a lot of pre-K or preacher's kid, if you don't know what a pre-K is, literally get people that total opposite of their upbringing. Like, you was in Bible study, you was praying. Like, she was in an old school church, right? So she was and I just think she's doing a total opposite, and she's dating Birdman. But now that they're not dating, they're broken up and there's no more. I said, well, let me jump on this story. And that's why I appreciate the producers that keep me aware of what's going on. I'm like, okay. And then I was looking like, Toni Braxton, anytime a woman break up with the man or some stuff going on, they make great music. So hopefully that Toni Braxton will go to the studio and talk about it. But, I was asking people, I was like, well, why haven't she responded? So I'm responding to Toni, no response. I'm like, why haven't she make a response? But what I'm learning about celebrities, they do everything strategically, meaning that it may have broken up maybe 6 months ago, and okay, now we're ready to let the public know, or let me hold this for the show. And another thing the source was saying, that Birdman really did not want Toni to like do a reality show, to pretty much do anything. He's like, he have a controlling factor of that. But I want to say this, if that is true, then he's a stupid man, because Toni is a public figure. And it's hard for a woman that have been taking care of her family for a long time to be like, okay, Birdman, you can take care of me, whatever. Come on, girl. Come on, take care of me. Like, no, Toni is not one of those type of girls. She is not the one that's going to say, I can live up on your coins. No. Mm-mm. So Toni going to be living a very busy life because the show is about to come out and she's not going to have all that. And I'm looking forward to it. Now, I will be covering this. And this is such an honor with the Braxtons, because I will never forget when this show came out. So when I first started the Wiley Show, I signed up on Blog Talk Radio back in 2011. Trina Braxton came on the show, and I was so honored. I reached out to her team, and she responded. It was I was nervous when I go back to that interview. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous. I was just saying crazy stuff in the interview. I was just that was my first celebrity guest, and I was nervous. And if someone would ask me, oh yeah, you'll still be on YouTube, I wouldn't believe it, because at that time I was very insecure. I did not know I was very insecure within myself. I didn't know anybody listened to the show. So when she came on, that was on the first, I believe, first or second season of Braxton Family Values, and we was having that conversation. I said, "Wow!" And that's that only reality show that I have watched from all the seasons, because it was something about those Black women and sisterhood and their church background that made me cater to them and watch their product. I was hurt when one of the seasons of the show, when the sisters couldn't agree on the money, and Tracy decided to show up. And then we were able to see Tracy and how talented she was. But it was painful because she said something. She said, "I feel like an outcast in my family." And I remember like listening to that. And now I see the sisters, now they're playing her music. I wish that they paid her more attention of her music when she was alive. But one thing I can say about Toni is that she had a concert and she allowed Tracy to perform her record, The Last Call. And so I'm so honored that we are still having this conversation about the Braxton. But Toni is the first. And also with this whole Birdman situation, the Braxton's sisterhood is hard to crack the code. When you're dating someone or you're in a relationship and they have sisters, it's difficult. Because if the sisters don't roll with you or the family dynamic don't roll with you, it kind of affects the relationship. Especially when you're dating somebody with a close-knit family. You know, because typically if the family don't appreciate it or refuse it, it causes problems. And like, girl, really? Are you really going to date Birdman? Really? But some of the people have said, even Tawanda have said, well, Birdman is so sweet. He's not like the public image. He's not like the public persona. But Birdman have been accused of some predatory behavior. And when this source came to me, they said Birdman have been accused of some predatory behavior. In about a couple of months, he's about to be exposed and being sued for some predatory behavior. So I'm glad that Toni, if it's true that he's letting it go, because Birdman have been accused of doing some hanky-panky, some nasty stuff. And Toni was like, you know, and then his controlling ways, it's about to go down. So it was like, okay, it's best to leave him alone, because when the mess come out, when the predatory stuff come out, it's going to be attached to Toni brand. So it's best to just break it off. So we are hearing this right here on the Wiley Show that Toni Braxton is broken up with Birdman. Nobody's talking about it because nobody really care about Toni like that, because Toni's not in gossip. She's a successful superstar. I'm talking about social media. Tamar gets more interacts on social media because she stays in the mess. Toni don't. Toni ain't in there tweeting. She ain't in there going live. She's not in there. She's old school. She's like the Brandy's old school, like Monica. They don't really do much on social media. They get their bag, they go. They don't tell a lot of their business. They don't tell a lot of their business on the internet. They don't use each other for a storyline. Like they just do what they got to do. So Toni, so a lot of people probably didn't notice that she deleted the photo. And I didn't reach out to none of these blogs, not even to the friend of the show, Kaya from Neighborhood Talk, because you know what I'm saying. I said, listen, I gotta eat. I've shared love to all these other blogs, and sometimes that love don't get reciprocated back. Okay. And so that's what I said. I'm gonna keep this to myself. The source sent it to me. I said, well, I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm gonna talk about it on Sunday. I'm gonna wait to see if anybody gonna say anything. Nobody say anything. Okay, Sunday. Okay, Wiley, we gonna jump on it. All right. Because I said I gotta jump on this. And at first I said I gotta be careful talking about this because some of the sisters do follow me on Twitter. I think all the sisters follow me except Toni. Tawanda, Tracy, I think she followed me. May she rest in peace. And Tamar. But I don't think Toni followed me on there. But so I don't want to lose though, get blocked. But I do want to personally say that she is gone. And from my understanding, from this particular source, the family is celebrating. They're glad. They don't want Toni with this guy. So when I say, okay, let me put it out there. And then I was like, okay, when I put it out there, Wiley, we got to put it out there because people don't give people credit in this business. They just don't. And so I said, let me go ahead, put it out there that Toni ended the relationship with Birdman. And she pretty much instructed her people, hey, take this down, blah, 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 delete this, remove this from the page. And when you get that order from, and they take it down off of social media, it's an issue because she keep all of the rest of the photos are up of her children, of her family, of her kissing Tamar, of her son, of the Halloween contest, on Good Morning America. All these photos are on there, but the photo with her and Birdman, poof, gone. It's not no accident, it's not no glitch. You done with them. But my thing is that you're not going to hear her talk about it because if they're taping a show to make it juicy, they got to have drama. In order for that show to be successful on the network, it got to be drama because ain't nobody tuning in for kumbaya in peace and unity, especially when you get a group of black women. The executive want to see black women in drama, period. Even when I was watching when Tamar did her own separate show and she was talking about how the industry changed her and how they wanted her to be this evil, mean black woman. But whatever you do on the set, they're going to encourage it. I always reminded when I did a show, when I was on set, and I noticed by looking at the people behind the scenes, I'm like, okay, Wiley, you get ignorant, they're going to want more ignorance. But you would know when you do a show, especially when you want the show to be great, I just went on set, and I said, I'm going to just be me. I'm a deliver. And sometimes I overdo it. But I said, hey, you got the cameras on, you do. And so when I see Tamar and all of them, now just seeing them on there, like, you know what goes on. And you don't have no power. Like, whenever, like, if this show ever come out, the show that I was part of, I know it's going to be a lot of, I'm sorry, I apologize, can you forgive me? And that's why God probably was like, okay, well, you ain't ready for that yet. Because I don't think whoever, your family and different ones ain't ready for that. Especially if it's on the big screen, you got millions of people. I'm not talking about just being on YouTube. I'm talking about on a major network and people see that, like, girl, that's your son, he blah, 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 blah. So when it comes to Tamar and all of that, all their drama was being talked about. Their sister was being talked about. And so now that they broken up, I was like, okay, we got to talk about it. It's a public figure. So that's what goes on in life. At one point, I said, damn, I never want to be a topic of discussion. But sadly, you're going to be hearing some things about Wiley. So, of course, I'm going to be a topic. Because the more you become a public figure, the more eyeballs and ears, the more you be scrutinized. And that's the whole thing for me. When I look at Toni and I look at Birdman, whoever you date, whoever you give your yoni to, the people are going to criticize. And whatever they think you should be with, the audience will be like, oh, this is weird, whatever. But when you become that public figure, you open that door, the world's going to criticize you. Even me sitting in this room, in this purple room, people just assume Wiley homeless. He lived with his mother. And he kicked his nieces out the room. And that's not the case. But when you are a public figure, people will make up stories. They will do it. And it's nothing that you can do to stop it. They will make up stories. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. Just like the whole Toni and Birdman and stuff. Then people were saying about Toni is jealous of Tamar's success. And then people were saying Tamar is clout chasing, trying to sound like Toni. She would never be in Toni limelight. And then anytime that argument brought up, then you get Wiley, the eye guy, and I said, you can't compare Toni and Tamar. They're in totally two different eras. When Toni came out, they built that artist. There was no reality show. They literally showed the power of the machine of the label. And they build that artist up to become a superstar. Great records, etc. That's different now. Now you just can't build a star. They're lazy because the label don't want to invest that. They want quick cash. Is you doing good on reality TV? Oh, okay. You can sing, you Toni's sister. Let's give you a couple of great records. You could become a star. Okay? So that's just how that goes. All right? They said, Wiley not kicking your family out their room. No, that wasn't the case. This is actually my granny's room, and she's in a rehab facility. And I said, well, since she's in a rehab facility, I can do the show in the room. You know what I'm saying? If it was me, it would be in the garage, but the garage got all that stuff in there. So I said, okay, grandma gone. She's in a rehabilitation center. And she could be back here anytime. We can go and pick her up today and I could take care of her. But her handlers, I just can't deal with her handlers. And I'm gonna just keep it all over real. And I want to put this for the record. And while we talking about the Tamar, her handlers, okay, her handlers, they want to be over it, and because they know if I do it, it's got to be done right. You understand what I'm saying? It got to be done right. I don't want my grandmother to react. She could be right here, doing well. Okay, she could be right here doing well, and I could be still doing my show and taking care of her. But the people that's over her handlers, I call them her handlers. Let them have it, and my heart is clear. It's painful because she ain't got to go through that. But when you have the wrong people over you, that's the predicament you're going to be in. The only power I have is to help my mother because I'm an older child. I can help. She don't have any handlers. We have a good relationship. So she have her surgery. I'm here when she recovered. Okay, I pick up a little of the housework. We have that great rapport with her boyfriend. Okay, we can take him to work. Great rapport. Great relationship with her boyfriend. But my grandmother handlers, I can't deal with that. I can't deal with people in these big, beautiful suits, Stacey Adams shoes, telling me what to do, dehumanize me, talk down to me, and I'm taking care of this person. And then I know how my grandmother go. We have a relationship. I know what she need in the morning, afternoon, and night. And great communication. You got to be on one accord. But the problem is when you have a handler, it's their idea. Screw what you're doing. Okay? Screw what you're doing. My handler, we're going to do it this way. Excuse me, have you ever taken care of her? No, I haven't, but I know the Lord. Well, you go ahead, you and the Lord, y'all go handle that. Okay? Anyway, so back to Toni Braxton. Get it together. Okay, I had to report that. Now we'll move on. Okay. Y'all heard it here first. Toni and Birdman, they broken up. All right? They done. Ugh. Okay, but you will hear more of them next year when they start taping Braxton Family Values. All right, and I will be covering that show because I know a lot of the storylines, and I just love the sisters. You know what I'm saying? I'm really going to cover this particular show because I love the Braxtons. I love them. They're so adorable. They're just adorable Black women, successful women. Like they did it, and I still listen to Toni Braxton albums. I've seen her in concert, and she's such an amazing artist. Like, it's like I'm watching royalty. Yeah, I'm watching royalty. And so when I saw her and I went there and I had a good seat, I said, wow. Because when I started going to concerts, I can remember the concerts that I went to, like paying a ticket to go see. And Toni is on the list. Fantasia's on the list. I went to go see Brandy. Brandy's on the list. El DeBarge is on the list. Chris Brown, Tamar Braxton, they're on the list of these people that I didn't see Chris, but I'm sorry. Bobby Brown and Tamar. Seeing these people, and one thing I can say about Toni, I am so glad she made it, and then she used her influence to pull up her sisters out of the shadows, and now they own successful businesses. Now, most of them couldn't keep a husband, because a lot of these men like to cheat. And when you are successful, you can't really pay attention to your guy because you got to get the bag. And most of these guys, they cheated. You know what I'm saying? Trina's husband cheated before he passed on. He was a cheater. Tawanda's husband was a cheater. Toni dealt with people with infidelity. So did Tamar, and Vince cheated. You know, and he should have been honored to have somebody like Tamar. But anyway, a lot of them dudes have cheated. Hell, they mama got cheated on by her husband. He was a whole pastor. So let's be clear, right? Let's be clear. All right. Mm-hmm. So they have not started taping it back to Family Values, but guess what? When they do, we're gonna cover that show. All right. Now we're gonna get to this other subject, and I had to go live on this Sunday because it's kind of quiet because half of the house is asleep. Now we got to talk about Diddy and Bishop T.D. Jakes. First and foremost, the reason why Bishop T.D. Jakes has been called a false prophet and on the down low, because he did not receive or felt the spirit that you in the home with a whole predator. And the thing about Bishop T.D. Jakes that I feel is so hypocritical, that here goes Cassie and all these people with all these allegations. Bishop T.D. Jakes is silent. Nothing. Now, Bishop T.D. Jakes was in the home of Diddy at so many parties. And many people said that Bishop T.D. Jakes was in some of those freak-offs. And people think pastors don't do a lot of freaky stuff. They do. Not all, but some. So the rumors are coming that Diddy got through doing a freak-off, and he's at multiple parties, and then Bishop T.D. Jakes will try to pray over that. You can't. Bishop should have never got involved and been in that house with Diddy. One thing Bishop would have told Diddy, repent. When R. Kelly went to meet with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Minister Farrakhan pretty much told R. Kelly to repent, that you doing these things and you need to stop. He didn't listen to the minister council. And this is way before the documentary, way before all of this. This is in the 2000s. Didn't listen to warning. The minister is warning you. They're gonna come get you, bro. So you need to repent. Didn't do it. You didn't see the minister going to R. Kelly parties and going to the club with R. Kelly. What gets me with Bishop T.D. Jakes is that you endorsing this. Here they got R&B blasting and rap music blasting. Here you are, Bishop. Happy birthday, Diddy. Happy birthday. You shouldn't have been there. You shouldn't have been there at a Diddy party. You shouldn't have been in a company with the enemy that's destroying women like Bishop. See, this is the thing. People, this is not your average pastor. Bishop T.D. Jakes is the owner of T.D. Jakes Enterprises. He got a production company. His wife got successful business. They have a team of advisors. You can't tell me a good advisor in this world and those advisors that's supposed to have the Holy Ghost is advising you, Bishop, to be in the den with them devils. You didn't rebuke it. You didn't call it out. See, this is the thing when you come and you say you're a follower of Christ. You don't supposed to be sitting there with the devil saying happy birthday. What you need to be saying, you need to repent, brother. You know you can't die this way. You're going to burn in the pits of hell. But what Bishop does, he don't preach none of that. He used to preach hard, but he shifted into all of this, I'm just a good old public speaker. When he used to go, he used to preach Jesus and preach hard about uplifting the love of Jesus. But he's too busy at parties sponsoring this, co-signing this. Now, people saying that Bishop was at the freak off and that he about to get some allegations. Now, I'm not shocked that Bishop T.D. Jakes ain't saying a word, because he didn't say it when Eddie Long came out. He stayed muted, even though he went to Eddie Long Church and preached. When there was some controversy going on in Kojic, he stayed muted. But now, I don't know if he can stay muted with this Diddy situation. Because people making videos, you got white folks on YouTube making videos with Bishop and saying the man is on the down low. And don't get me wrong, we know his daughter had got pregnant when she was 13. That's not the reflection of the father. Some would say it is, because should have been paying attention to the daughter and why she was out there screwing. But now she's a woman pastor and a preacher and stuff like that. She's delivered. Hallelujah. She's delivered, got a wig falling off her head, and she's talking about the wig and hallelujah. But your daughter supposed to be, it's a woman of God. Why haven't she said, why are you going over there with Diddy? You understand what I'm saying? So I just don't understand, or I do understand, a lot of these people is false prophets. You can't tell me God's prophet, God's man is even going to be acceptable for me to even send you an invitation. You already know that person ain't gonna come. Because they're not gonna come to no stuff like that. They're not gonna come to no party, to no Diddy party. You got the Holy Ghost, you got the power of God. You're not gonna go with all that type of music and you sitting there bobbing your head saying, "Happy birthday, Diddy." You foolish. Because you had no business there. You ain't there laying hands on people. You probably laying hands, but not spiritual. You ain't in there baptize nobody. You probably baptize somebody, but it's yellow water. Yellow, if you know what I mean. If you don't know what yellow is, you'll get it sometime. It's a golden. So you hear all this stuff that going on with Bishop. Now he want to be quiet. But you was there. Your spirit, the Holy Ghost didn't get through that stomach and say, "That's the devil. It's evil in here. Freak offs, dish kits, vibrators." None of your spirit just gave you a quickening in your spirit. Nothing. Like, I just don't understand when you used to come out. Prophets will tell you when you messing up, "Hey, brother, if you don't get right, God gonna get you." Now, it ain't nothing. It's all material. You used to have evangelists will come in and will straighten out that church and be like, "Hey, God, the Lord is coming. Get right. Stop all that weed smoking. Stop all that sex and you ain't married. You on your way to hell." You rarely hear that you on your way to hell. What you hear, "Oh, God is going to bless. I'm at a Diddy party. Diddy, the Lord know you love you." So I knew that Bishop T.D. Jakes was full of mess when he allowed Tyler Perry to lay hands on him and he started hasha ba 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 hey ba 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 ba. I knew something going on with this CDJ. He ain't no man of God. He's a businessman and he's using Jesus to sell a product. Because ain't nowhere in the world that you could have sat out there with your wide tail, with all this power. You and Diddy, you ain't hear no rumors about Diddy, Bishop T.D. Jakes. You heard rumors about Bishop Pearson. When he left, you got quiet and ended it, and you became the darling of the church. Now, I wonder, is the College of Bishops going to sit Bishop T.D. Jakes down? I wonder if the Potter House going to remove Bishop T.D. Jakes for being involved with a guy that doing all of this stuff, at least at best, Potter's House. I can't tell y'all what to do. He should be questioned. Why did you do this? What is your thoughts? What is your thoughts? Why was you there? This supposed to be, because Diddy came out and said that Bishop T.D. is his spiritual father, etc. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody is discussing this, and Bishop is quiet about this because he ain't got no book to sell. He let his daughter up there with that wig on, and she up there preaching. But his other daughter, what's the other daughter name? The one that husband violated his adopted daughter. He got some charges. So it's a lot of weird stuff that goes on in the Jakes family because the daughter at 13 was giving out that hot pocket and got pregnant. Because mama and daddy so focused on building an empire, and their daughter was giving away her hot pocket and got pregnant. And then his son, right down the street from the Potter's house, tried to get him some peen, to solicit some peen, and he got arrested right down the street from the Potter's house. Why would you try to solicit that? You could have solicited that inside the church. It's plenty dudes that would have slept with Bishop T.D. Jakes' son. Maybe you just got tired of going through all the deacons and the brothers. And you said, "Hey, let me go down the street and let me go, hey, man, let me get some of that sausage." Which is weird. But the Jakes family, it is a billion-dollar industry. And Bishop was sitting there and allowing Diddy to rest his head on Bishop's shoulder. That same head that been involved with male prostitutes and telling his victim to do all weird things with her yoni. And they dominated that yoni. Diddy, I don't know if Bishop T.D. Jakes was there, I don't know. But Diddy watch when Cassie got her yoni dominated by male prostitutes. And they decided to play it and fool around with Diddy. It was what they call a freak off. Now, freak offs go on in Kojic. Uh-oh. It does. When they have those holy convocations, it ain't that holy when you go in them hotel rooms. There's a lot of hoeing that goes on in those hotel rooms. Cliques. A lot of hoeing goes on in them rooms. They get the rooms, you get your date, you just screw. A lot of babies get created by people outside the marriage doing those convocations. Because whenever you go, that spirit gonna be there. When it goes to Bishop T.D. Jakes, I'm not shocked because you see a lot of preachers go and they get involved and they do all that weird stuff and they got the audacity to say, I was called by God. God ain't gonna tell you to sit there with Diddy and correct Diddy, Bishop. And you a bishop. Ain't nowhere in the world a bishop like this. You sitting at a Diddy drinking, smoking, yoni juices spurring around. You can stitch, you can smell the yoni. And the manhole. You can smell it. And you there. Happy birthday, Diddy. You foolish. And you should be embarrassed. You had no business associated with Diddy and telling that man, repent. Come to my church. Let me lay hands on you. Let me baptize you. You get on that altar and to God change you and give you a new mind, a new spirit. But you in there, happy birthday, Diddy. They're in there drinking, women slapping them cheeks together, oil. And you got cats in the room locked up getting whooped by the washer and the dryer. She getting thrown through a table, through the wall. And you, the bishop, ain't nothing disrupting your spirit. And you saying happy birthday, trying to sing off key. Now you in a whole mess. And I don't know, when I saw this about Bishop, I immediately said no. Because again, Bishop T.D. Jakes, I just read his book, Disruptive Thinking. And great book. And now hearing this, nothing in your thinking and say, brother, this is wrong. Let me get up out of here. Like, come on now. And that's the key. More rumors are now being spread about Bishop because it seems like, and it looked like he knew this stuff was going on allegedly, and he endorsed it by his presence. And now you got to deal with the mess. Now, what do you got? Now you're trying to get quiet. What is going on? Why are you silent with these allegations? These are serious allegations. And what makes this disturbing is that Diddy settled these allegations. He settled these allegations. And when he settled these allegations, that'll tell you right then and there that it is true. You ain't going to settle something in no 24 hours if it's a whole lie. You will fight. Ain't nobody going to just give up no 20, 30, whatever amount of money because you just want to give it up. You going to fight that. That man settled that because it was the truth. He had no choice. There's no need for me to keep this a secret anymore. Because if I keep this a secret, it's going to be some trouble. Now, speaking about Diddy, so Jason Lee, he responded to Diddy. And I saw his response on Facebook. I was scrolling on Facebook, woke up early today. And Jason Lee said something. He said, my friend said that, he said a couple of years ago, he said, Jason, Diddy wanted me to get it in with Cassie, and I got it in with her right in front of Diddy. And Jason did not want to believe it. He said, oh, you're a clout chaser. And now that these allegations said, oh, then we found out Jason Lee and the whole thing were revoked. He said, I left revoked because they couldn't renew the contract. They didn't have the money to pay me. So Jason left right in time. And Jason said, I did all the work. He left right in time because now all of these networks, all of the advertisers, they want to drop Revolt. And if they do that, Revolt go out of business. So now we talked about this and I discussed this. Everybody gonna say, well, what do Carisha got to say? She can't say anything because he owns Carisha Please. He owns that show. That is his show, his trademark. He owns it. So she just silent and embarrassed and hurt. She's hurt as a woman and she's in a bad place. You got Columbus Short said he witnessed some stuff and did some stuff with Diddy, and Diddy tried to do some stuff with him. It's weird. And these brothers are coming out and saying this stuff about Diddy. And who is he standing by? That man, that bald-headed man, Bishop T.D. Jakes. And I say that respectfully. His hair is bald-headed. I just felt like his presence was an endorsement of Diddy wickedness. And you can't tell me a man that know that Bible from Genesis to Revelation didn't know all this evil was going on with Diddy. Most people is not shocked that Diddy is accused of that because for decades they have been saying rumors about Diddy. And Bishop was at his parties, went to multiple parties. My question is, did Bishop go to them freak-offs? Did he go to the after party between the washer and the dryer? That's my point. Did he go to the after party? So again, I'm personally saying this. Bishop might have an allegation in the upcoming months. Bishop may have to respond. He's going to have to respond. Because you were right there. And there's nowhere in the world that this bishop and these so-called prophets, they didn't warn Bishop about this. Because like I said the same thing about Larry Reed. He was in there saying, oh, Bishop, this. He got a whole allegation where the accuser came out and said, he did this to me. That's what Levatre said. That man did that and said it with his chest out. That he did that. And the church do typically, when black male accusers come in, they push it to the side. Do you know it's a lot of black boys that get abused in church or get abused by powerful people? Who cares? They push it to the side. Whatever. But it goes on. Your doctors, your husband, a lot of your husbands, the reason why they deal with a lot of guilt and a lot of confusion, they're emotionally broken because they was abused when they was a boy. And they haven't got over that abuse. And they ain't going to tell you because they just kept it hush because they tried to tell it and they got unbelief. This is impossible. Shut up. A lot of broken men are walking these streets because they was violated as a boy by another man. So, okay. I just personally want to say this, and I'm going to leave this alone about Bishop TDJ before I get a lawsuit. Bishop, you need to address these allegations. Sarah, you in that wig, you need to tell your father to address these allegations. Do you hear me? You in that wig, you need to address them allegations. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, now, does anybody else want to call in on the day? I had to do this morning show on a Sunday because I said, I really got to talk about this, about Bishop T.D. Jakes. And when I kept seeing the Bishop with all these pictures of it, and I saw a video when he was singing Happy Birthday. And when he started singing Happy Birthday, I said, is that the bishop of the church? And I immediately went to, when you try to make wrong right, you get in mess. These preachers, they be trying to be so socially acceptable in the industry, and they abandon God. Because you want to be socially acceptable, Bishop. And that's why you thought socially, oh, he's Diddy, he's powerful, he's in media, I do movies, women die loose. You do all movies about abuse, and here you are by one of the most aggressive, abusive of women in the history of the music industry. But yet, you sat there, you took pictures, you allowed Diddy to rest that head on your shoulder. And you sat there and you laughed and giggled. You were so excited to be there with Diddy. He touched your hand, the same hand that was on the breadbasket of a male prostitute. And you sat there and you did it. Crazy. And you wonder why folks don't go to church. Why go to church? You can see the church at Diddy's house doing the freak off. Now, again, we got the number on the screen if y'all want to call in, 972-674-9462. Church is church. I don't think the church needs to try to integrate into a wicked system and try to sing happy birthday. You're supposed to have a standard and serve the Lord. And supposed to correct them and say, hey, I'm a bishop, but your house is out of order, son. You need to get delivered. Deliver that woman out that house. Amen. I'm going to pray for you that you repent of your sins. But you're too busy singing happy birthday with your foolish self. And you wonder why you in the mess this morning. I already know that. They say, oh, you understand what I'm saying? So if anybody want to call in, somebody said, you're going to get sued. So, who cares about a lawsuit, honey? There's plenty of people that have been sued. The Game, she only collected $500,000. He have a $7 million debt. Tasha K got millions. She only paid about $9,000 on the debt. So that don't scare people. So just stop it. Bishop be wasting his money and the church's money and Bishop T.D. Jakes' enterprise money. Who cares? You cannot get sued for an opinion. You cannot. I don't know if he was one of the men that participated. I don't know. I can't say that. But what I do know, he was in that singing happy birthday to Diddy. That music was playing. Women was slinging that yoni. The yoni juice was spraying. The male prostitutes was in there doing the freak offs. And what was Bishop doing? Giggling and singing happy birthday. Taking pictures. I just wanted to just tell you this. All right? Singing happy birthday. And the thing, I'm not against any pastor that want to have celebrity friends. But they must know that you're not going to compromise your principles of the Bible and being a man of God to fit in with Diddy and his evil followers. He's evil and he's got evil people around him. You're not going to compromise that. God comes first. And so now he's dealing with a mess. He's dealing with a mess. I just had to just personally say that. Okay? Hey, good morning. Welcome to the Wiley Show.
Hey, Ray.
Hey.
How are you?
Doing
I see
well.
I see you talking about Bishop. I just got a couple things to say real quick. Bishop, that girl, I've been looking at Bishop for quite some time. Anyway, I used to be a really, really big fan, and I really love his ministry. But after they took that girl daughter, I kind of believed everything that girl said when they took her daughter. I kind of looked at them side, and that girl, I don't believe she was like that girl who Bailey took said the bishops aren't really, and his wife aren't really nice people. Do you remember that she said that she went over their house? She was a young girl. She was 16 years old at the time, and said that the kids their children had a house on the back of the house. She said, and she was only a young girl, and she walked in, and Sharita told her to get away from her husband, you Jezebel, a 16-year-old. So I've been looking kind of side-eyed him anyway for quite some time. And then what? Pup's been having those rumors on him for years. What are you over there singing happy birthday to this man for? I wouldn't even associate myself with someone that they've been calling a pedo for years. But and then you say he was over there laying hands. Yeah, he was laying hands in that pool. That's pretty much all I had to say. Well, you have a great one, okay?
Well, thank you so very much for calling in and giving your thoughts, because we had to have this conversation on Sunday. I said it's a conversation that needs to be had.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Bishop knew about Diddy and those free calls? Do you think Bishop knew?
Wally, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised because all these bishops ain't what they call it to be. And the more money, the more power. In some cases, the more evil, in my opinion, Bishop is still a man at the end of the day. Let's be clear. And people do things when they see people. When people do things when they think no one is watching. I've done things when it looks like no one is watching. But we're going to be clear about this. What's in the dark will come to the light if that's the case. We'll just wait and see.
Thank you so very much for calling in.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. All right. Anybody else want to call in? The number is 972-674-9462. If you got something to say, you can say it at this appropriate time. Thank you all for coming in on this morning show. I wasn't expecting this. And I just felt in my spirit to go live on Sunday. And when I saw the video about Bishop T.D. Jakes and the pictures, him singing happy birthday and giggling, I said, well, I got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. And I'm glad that we're having this conversation. And hopefully you all that are watching this broadcast know that we're coming from a place of delivering news. And this is our opinion. These are our opinion. This is an opinion-based show. And so I had to go live and talk about this, okay? I had to go live and discuss this and have this conversation. And I do want to thank my supporters that have came here and showed us great love. And I want to say thank you. What happened with Toni and Birdman? You got to watch. You got to rewind. Girl ATL is wild. I'm from Louisiana, but live here now. Apparently, most of these folks frequent clubs and bathhouses. They do. They really do in Atlanta. Okay. But yes, I do want to thank y'all because some of y'all coming in the show late, really, really late. And now y'all coming into the show having this conversation. Oh, Wally, blah, blah, blah. Y'all coming in here all late. So no, let's not try it. Okay. Are we doing a members only today? I should do a members only. Y'all want me to do a members only? I wish we could look at the live chat during replays. Yes, you can look at the live chat during replay. You have to swipe to get to the live chat. Yeah, you have to swipe to get to. YouTube have changed so much, baby. It's difficult to even get in the chat room now. It's just challenging. And now, YouTube, I found this out. Now, this didn't happen, but I just stumbled upon this. YouTube now will promote your video if you pay it now. I guess YouTube got tired of these third-party sites. So now if you want to get your video and more, get it push in the algorithm, like introduced it, you can pay for it. And I think $250 is like the maximum budget that you can do. $250, you can keep renewing it like for $250. I think that's the maximum budget. I think you could probably do more than that. And so now, that's another way to get pushed. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. Yes. I said, okay. I said, you could do that. Maximum to push it in there. I said, okay, good. Wiley, what is going on with Stationhead? They made big changes. They made big changes over there. Stationhead made a lot of changes. Stationhead used to be so centered towards creators, like Average Joe. Baby, they got them labels and get them artists. It's artists, major artists catered to them now. They cater to major artists. I go to Stationhead, I can be unfiltered. And it's pretty much I use Stationhead just to let people know I'm about to go live. But yeah, Stationhead have changed a whole lot. It was just your average creators going on there. Now the regular creators, they couldn't win. I had an idea with some creators. I said, we should host a show on Stationhead. We can get the numbers. We split the income. They told me, shut up. I'm not doing it with you. And all of them people that said it, they all lost their deal with Stationhead. Because I said, you can't do the deal by yourself. It will be great to compete with these labels, right? We should team together. And this one particular brother said to me, shut up. I will never work with you. And immediately following that, next week, he lost his deal. Another YouTube we talked to, he told me to shut up too. The week after that, he lost his deal. They both lost their deals. They both were getting paid and they lost it. Because the rules have changed. They want more live viewers. And I said, we individually can't do it. Neither can you. So how about we come together and host a show? They said, shut up. And so then they all lost their deal. So they don't even go over there no more because they lost their deal. They don't get paid over there. Because Stationhead, they owe the rules. I said we could do 3. Like we could do the show, do it like Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or do it all, every day. It's on Stationhead. See, and I said, okay, we do it on Stationhead. And they said no. And I said, okay, cool. The same thing when I had an idea to do Vegas with some people, these creators that we reached out, they all said no. The women, very easy. I can work very well with women, but the man, egos. I said, okay, good. Give me Couture Bay, give me Katie Talk 1-on-1. We can do this. I can't try to get on my knees and beg, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna ask you do it or you don't want to do it, but go ahead. So, but yeah, but ask your question about Stationhead about that. It is I had a great idea for Stationhead. I said we could do it together and we will dominate. They said no. I don't think And when I had the discussion on the thing, and shout out to the people that be trying to do the stuff, be giving great advice to me, and they give me on these conference calls. And I already know how it's going to turn out, but I just do it anyway to quote unquote be peaceful, be a good team player. So we get on these conference calls with these people, and how they just talk down to me in these meetings is very disgusting. Very disgusting. I don't think they will be aware. It's very disgusting, very evil people. And I said, hey, let's do this show together. And I told the person, I told the company's creators, I said, we can't do it individually. Where my numbers, and this one particular YouTuber said to me, well, my numbers are bigger than your number. I said, it is. But it's not what station here required for you to keep getting your check. I said, if we all do it together, you bring 300, 200, or 300 people, or whatever. You bring your 203, and this person bring their, I think it will be bigger. I think it will be a great show. Oh, you just want to do this to come on my YouTube. I don't want to come on your YouTube. I have my own YouTube. But even with that, I think collectively would work. They all told me no on that phone. And each of their deals was terminated. Because they had changed the rule. They had went to them and said, you got to get 500 live viewers. And the numbers can't drop. It got to be 500 on each episode or above in order to get a paycheck. And I told them, I said, I think we can reach way above that. I said, we all need to come together. We are the minority. They're phasing us out. They use us to bring our people, and they switch on. This is what they do. I said, how about we collectively use our minds and our personalities, and let's put this show together. They told me no. And I keep trying to tell these people, stop looking at my public persona and think I handle business that way. I'm very professional, very calm, and these people are very nasty when you talk to them. They talk down to people. Like they get into that. They talk. I had to tell one brother, I said, first of all, don't talk down to me. We all on YouTube. We all on YouTube. So stop talking down to me and talk to me. I don't like when you try to talk. I don't like when you try to talk down to me. And I said, let's talk to each other. I had the same thing when it comes to YouTube. I said, we should do these. Our names are created. I said, we would do great together. Oh, you just want to use me for my show. I mean, you just want to use me to build your channel. I said, I already have a channel. So that doesn't mean I have a channel with an audience. So I just don't like that idea. I said, we should work together. And doors will open up. We should collaborate. You know, when you have companies, one company, blah, blah, and they just join together, they become a powerhouse. I said that could be a great strategy in 2024. I never work with Wiley. And I keep trying to tell people, and it's multiple people. I'm not just talking about one. I talk to a lot of people behind the scenes. And y'all just think I'm just talking about one particular person. I don't want to say no names and get people blackballed. But you get on the phone with these people. Oh, you just want to use me to build your channel. Excuse me? I'm just saying it would be a great idea that we all can eat. Wow, we could do this. And then when I go to the different channels, because they say, oh, Wiley, you don't get along with nobody. So I go on different channels and I get really disrespected. And I just got to take it. The same thing with Nick and I. We were cool. We were cool with Nick. I'm going to talk to y'all really quickly. And she got mad at me because I made fun of her crying in a sock. And then she told a lie. You only mad because I made up with this one particular YouTuber. Stop lying to me, devil. Because again, I only talked about, I just made a joke. And that's it. But you talked about Storm and said the man was on a down low. You said all this type of stuff, said he was a beard. You brought the beard stuff. Then you had an embarrassment moment because you weren't strong enough to go against T.S. Madison. You cried like a baby. And I just talked about it on YouTube. It's public. It's no different when I went to Milagro Graham on station and I cried to Milagro and I broke down in tears because that woman always gave me credit. So tell me why, as I get through crying on this platform, another person that had failed on station, they lost their deal a long time. They lost the deal because they couldn't crack the viewership. So they heard me crying. And start talking about it on their show of me breaking down in tears. Because I told that lady the truth. She's the only, to this day, I don't care how we beef with Milagro. I can drop a story, that lady gonna credit Wiley. Even though we talk mess about each other, I respect her for this regard. Out of all these people, she have always credited me and gave me my due, my just due. And when I feel like she's being railroaded as a sister, I come and I have her back. And then we go back to beefing. But when a story break and I'm covering it just like I covered the thing with the guy with the lips, Roland Ray. When I covered the story about the guy that jumped off the building and hurt himself, we interviewed him. Milagro talked about it and said Wiley was the first that did. I just didn't get my credit. But that woman always credited me. And so I was overwhelmed with happy tears that she see me. Now, with that being said, I still can talk and drag her, and she can drag me because the love is there. Because when I did not have a bed, because I threw my bed out to have space in my room, she offered to give me a fruit time. It was hard, but she offered. And her audience to this day still hold me to it, but it's fine because we argue. Even when she go live with her audience and she show her chest meat, and she show that, knowing that people are lusting after her, showing it because she want to be a baddie. But then when she go and do her commentary, she's on the whole thumbnail. Because I guess she don't have enough clothes to do each episode at different outfits. Maybe because she can't put a thumbnail on it. So, I mean, a filter. So, but she goes on IG and she starts showing her chest meat and all those type of things. Then her audience, because your audience is a reflection of you. So they start screwing each other in the bedroom, screwing each other all on the floor, the Airbnb, messing it up. Fish smells, yoni smell, man smell, lubrication smell. Roses are really going through, and they screw each other there. And then they try to make it into a storyline. They drop XX-rated photos. And I tell these people, they're so stupid. Why would you send XX-rated photos and they drop it in Discord? That's why I never will get a Discord, because a Discord is set up for mess. I'm in somebody else's Discord, and all they drop, I think this one Discord, they screwed the person mother. Post that person mother XX-rated photos in the Discord. And so that's why I said I'm not doing a Discord, because it's messy. It's messy. And her particular Discord is so in a disarray. They sleep with each other, then they get mad and expose each other there. And then if you gay, if you go against the queen of Milagro, they turn against you and call you so many F words, S words, and how you going through in your bloodstream and your T cells. Like they really go through it. But as long as you kissing the queen butt, as soon as you go against the queen, you all F, L, and you smell bad. So that's just how that goes. So they do that. And I go to that, and she be begging me. Malaga will be begging me when I go into her live. She be sending me requests. I'm like, I'm not coming on there, so you can cuss me out. I'm not doing that. But when it goes to like station in and work with, I try to have a deal to work with other people. I've offered. They don't want to do it. And I said, we can use that because I don't hate you. I had to call a YouTuber up last week. I said, brother, I do not hate you. He get on there and said, Wiley, somebody said that you said this. I said, I never said that. And you believe that. Here you are, a struggling artist. And you believe that without calling me? But you talking to people. He said, yeah, they diss you. They said you talk a lot of mess about me. I said, sir, I never meant you in any of my commentary. And if I bring you to the show, we're going to talk about that in the first segment. But you know why you don't want to come on this show? Because your friends who don't talk about your music, don't promote or push it, don't even stream it. But you don't want to have your presence here because you ain't going to be welcome back over there in that group. But it's a struggling group because they're not helping you with your music. They don't care nothing about you. Now, they'll sleep with you again behind your boyfriend back. They'll do that. But they ain't going to promote your music. You're struggling with your music because you're trying to group yourself with these struggling people instead of expanding it and say, hey, let me work with Wiley, somebody that's interested in my music and talking about my songs and different stuff. But you're doing whole panel shows and you struggle. You assume that I dissed you, and I didn't. You see, the people don't even know who I'm talking about. I can bring this person on the show in a great way. He's attractive. He can sing. He's intelligent. But he got with the wrong group of people that got in his ear. He said, man, I heard that you were talking. I heard, meaning, what did I say about you? Did you hear what that? No, you don't know what it. You're just assuming that. And you see these people, they say AW. That's insult. They just, like, AW is not the only person I know that do music. It is not AW. If it was AW, I'd say Armand Wiggins. It's not him. No. Armand Wiggins, that ain't the only guy I know that makes music. I know plenty dudes, a lot of dudes that make music. He ain't the only one that make music. Okay. Please don't do. If you think that you're closed-minded, I'm going to open up that mind. But I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm gonna keep it to myself for right now. Definitely not Zayda. He ain't. Yeah. Why y'all saying Zayda? I'm gonna get it at. I ain't gonna get it at. It ain't gonna get it at. You talk about Zayda. Stop it. Talk about Zayda. Yo, it's crazy. I'm just being messy. I know you is. Okay. But yeah, I reached out. But 2024 it's gonna be different. 2024 is going to be it's going to be different because I'm a different guy, like so mature and stuff. And I was looking at my videos from like last month, and I laughed. You can tell that it's a different type of show, like especially when I stand and when I put the shirt in my pants. And a beautiful sister talked about that. I said, I want the people to know that I am an entertainer. I can entertain an audience. And so when I stood up and I put the shirt in my pants, people were talking. They were sharing that picture. Everybody was talking. Did you see that? Did you see it? My mother, one of our family friend, they live in Indianapolis, right? They say, is that such and such son? I said, yes. My mom said, yeah, that's my son. I didn't know he had a show because my show is starting to grow. Like, it's going on Facebook, starting to share. Like, people are starting to see this particular show. And so it's an honor. And so my sister and my mom was talking about Tasha K. And I shared the story. I said, you know what? And Armand Wiggins' name was mentioned. He said, oh, Wallace, I'm next. Yeah, well, they don't call me Wiley. They call me Marquise. Yeah, Marquise, I'm next. Oh, Marquise gonna be doing. His time is coming. And then when I got into my DM on Facebook, and one of my friends said, "Hey, friend, hey." I thought he was asking for some money. He said, "No, man, I saw you on Monique. on Netflix. I said, that's my friend. And there's people that's watching. I said, wow. And I just like, oh my God, I felt so great that you still remember that. And it's so good to hear these greats being mentioned in my home. Such an honor. And my sister, she came to me, she said, you better leave Tasha K alone. Did you see Tasha? Because she loved them ghetto shows. Did you see Tasha K on that show? Baba, how she was so entertaining. She got into, she knew the cast members' names. Like my sister really loved that particular show. So Tasha K, her reach is like reaching people in my household. And my mom became a wino. She don't call herself a wino. She just watch people on YouTube. But when she interviewed Latasha husband, she interviewed the husband. Well, she recorded it, and she said, that Tasha K needs to stay out of the blah, blah, blah. I said, what did you be watching? Yeah, I watched that Tasha K. So her reach, and it's such a, and then for myself and my family, my nieces and nephew, they say, my brother, he said, they watched the show. The kids, my nieces and nephew, they watched the show. They said, man, we seen your show. And this is not a kid-friendly show, but what they introduce and hearing in the streets is very mild of what I'm saying, right? They just watch the show. Thanksgiving came, and they in the living room just watching my show. In the chat, just literally watching the Wiley Show. And such an honor for them to see that, because this is their generation. They don't know anything about going outside, riding bikes before the street light. This is a totally digital generation. Everything is digital. And to do that, what they're accustomed to, is an honor. It's really, really an honor to have my nieces and nephews to them watching my show. Such an honor. My other niece, they tune in, they watch my show. And I think that's an honor, right? So I try not to cuss, because kids, everybody be watching. And then a lot of times these parents, they watch, and the whole entire family is watching the show. That's why I try not to be as so rated on the show, because children do watch. And so I try to, instead of saying that word, I say yoni. And it helps build their vocabulary. Well, what is a yoni? Oh, okay. So that's why I try not to cuss on YouTube, because it's a family type of dynamic, because people watch me all over in different age groups watching me. So we got to continue to produce good shows, okay? What do we have to the website? The website coming back in 2024. We are now going to have it. I'm super excited for that. We're going to release that in the beginning of the year. I'm super excited to have the website come back. It was a bad experience, because I thought, I say, okay, let me pay these people to do it. And even if you pay a person to do it, they're not going to do it right. Some not going to do it at all. And one of my mentors said that's going to happen. Good help is hard to find. I didn't believe it, because I'm like, oh, you paying whatever, go ahead, do it. And it was a challenge. It was really, really a challenge. But when we had the site up, and then once we get the site, and we started seeing for our Facebook, just accidentally, we covered a story in Dallas, and that what birthed the Wiley Show Facebook page, because of the website. So, like, bringing it back is going to be great to bring it back, because I know what it is, because we have all the comments. I've read through all the comments. I'm super excited to bring it back next year. That's an extension of the Wiley Show. So now I can say, according to blah, 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 instead of quoting other people. I just want to keep it all in-house. So it's really great. I'm so excited for that, because it was fun doing it. It was fun being a part of it. But it was a challenge, because anything that is new, you have to stand out, and also make sure that people post. So it's going to be great. And I'll let y'all know whenever we hire a person to come and update on the sites. One particular person that we may bring on that work with another person. They have worked with some of the great publications, and they charge a nice piece of money. So we will see. And I think that I'm going to give them a chance for this time around. Then we also have another person to help with that as well. I'm excited to bring that site because I loved it. It made the show different. And I like a website for this regard because so many stories happen. Then you just talk about that story on YouTube. Whatever they post on the website, I just talk about it on YouTube. So yeah, but it's gonna come back next year, and I'm super excited to bring it back because the people loved it. They really loved it, and it was fun. It was fun. I just did not think it out all the way because I just thought, oh, you just throw money at it, it'll work. And then I just kept putting money in, and then people start posting less and less. I said, oh, this is not good. And I was too nice as a person. I just let people just get over me. I was too nice. I think my kindness, people took it for weakness. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me wait. You ain't been posting. Like, what's going on? And I have to pay this amount every single week. I have to pay a certain amount every single week. But that's only on the premise of you posting. So now it would be a contract, and you have to make these amount of posts every day in order to get your payment on Friday. But if you don't make those posts per day, then you won't get paid. That would just be in the contract. You get paid for what you put in. If you didn't put nothing for that week, you ain't gonna get nothing. So you can't do it. You just tell me that now, right? So and then I'm gonna be on it from the first day. If you sack up the first day, hey, what's going on? Because I didn't care. I didn't pay attention. I was like, oh, okay. Then it was like, dang, 4 or 5 posts not posted. Stories are dropping, and you decide, oh, I just posted a day later, or 2 days later. Like, no, you can't do that. And so now, when you become a person that have something like that, you got to be a clear vision. And so, no, you got to post it that day. Because in blogging, especially when you're covering hot topics, you have to post it then. You can't wait, oh, we're going to post whenever I wake up in 2 days. No, you can't do that. So that was the whole ordeal for like the behind the scenes stuff. I'm like, okay. And then I started looking at my friends in the business, Monica, All About the Tea, and their site, and listening to Michelle ATLN and her site. And Monica has been a great advocate for me to encourage me to do it. And just looking at her, because she have a well-oiled machine over there, All About the Tea, well-oiled machine. But what I've noticed is that she don't do the YouTube anymore, meaning that she can completely focus on it, and it grows money on there. And so in order for that to happen, you have to really put in it. You know what I'm saying? And so I had a good idea. It just wasn't executed properly, and I had the wrong. Some people were great, but it was like the wrong people wasn't doing good. So I said, "Oh my gosh!" And so just talking with Monica, I was like, "Okay, let me bring it back in 2024." And I have a clear understanding of what I want to do for the website. Because we did a story, and I said, that's it. It was one particular story we did. And I called Monica. I said, this story is millions of impressions, and this is not a celebrity. She said, really, that you did that? I was like, yeah, this man ain't a celebrity. He is a Dallas person in Dallas, and we just did that by accident. And when I did that particular story on there, I posted it on the website, and I posted it on Facebook, and I saw the engagement. I said, because when you try to get in a crowded field of celebrity gossip, it's difficult because it's too crowded. But when I got into something else outside of the crowded field, well, you had to go to Wiley to see this because it ain't on no other thing, because this person is not a celebrity. So I'm going to make him a celebrity. I'm going to boost this story. I boost that man up so much, people thought that this man was a celebrity. Who is he? Oh, you don't know who he is? He Dusty Section 8. And we posted that man's story because he beat up a 63-year-old man. His name was Jalen. He's a Dallas, and he was in my home many years ago for an interview. We used that story. I said, that's it for my website. Because I tried to follow everybody else, and I said, it's difficult because I don't think it's be challenging, right, to get into that field because it's a very crowded field. So when we covered that particular story, I said yes. Then you were able to see like my comedy and different on them articles. I said that is key, and that's where you're going to see more of us in 2024 covering. And I will let you all know. So it won't necessarily be just celebrities because it's a very crowded field. Even on YouTube, it's a very crowded field. So to stand out, I need standout stories. So yeah, it's very standout stories. So that's why, the people, and of course I've received a lot of threats because of that story, because these are regular people in Dallas, regular folks, and they threatened me very, very hard. And they came at me hard, but it was good business because it helped get me monetized on Facebook, and we're still monetized on Facebook to this day. And that was because of the website. By accident, we did it. And I was like, this ain't gonna get no views. And then we did the Kurt Myers story. That story, oh my gosh. They still hate me in Dallas to this day because of the story. But we had a source. And when you talking about a market that don't get no publicity or nothing, I got a source. Kurt Myers, he died. He's dead. And so a source called me and said, well, I heard he was on drugs. And I said, okay, we're going to run with it. Because and then two other people said, I said, we're going to run with this. We put it out there, and it shook Dallas up. They threatened me like crazy. But I did it because it was my job. But I felt bad because this guy half passed. And his sister was like, I'm the sister, and you're doing this to me, and blah, 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 blah. And I didn't remove the story because I couldn't. It was just doing too well on the site. Why would I remove something like that? It leaves a precedent that if it gets too hot, just delete it. I know. And so I did an update, and I started reaching out to the police department. And then I started saying that it's an official death investigation. I reached out to the police department again. So I just learned just by trial and error, by mistake. Most of that started to work with the Wiley Show, it just happened by accident. To this day, me talking about Nicki Minaj, that happened by accident. I wasn't trying to follow nobody, no nothing. I just talked about Patti LaBelle first and started talking about Nicki, and it just put me in the game. Same thing with Meg Thee Stallion. We just talked, passionate, say what I said, it just happened by accident. It just happened by accident. And then when I go to my analytics, them the top leading videos. And it used to be just a YouTuber. It used to be. And it's not there anymore. When I go to analytics, the top performing videos is major celebrities like Nicki and Meg and Real Housewives. That video still doing numbers. My Meg video still doing numbers. My Nicki video still doing numbers. Like, I get these notifications, and that's what the people want. So I can't get mad. And I used to try to go against that. Well, give them something. You just give them what they want. That's all we have to dedicate time to Nicki. Because 2023 was an era of, okay, I see now. I didn't understand YouTube at one point. Still got to learn some stuff. I looked at it as a hobby. Okay, now this is a business. Okay, all right. And you got to give your people what they want. And they like that Nicki content. And I gave it to them. And I gave them that Meg content. And so that's when we talk more and more about that. And so now I still talk about YouTubers, but it's not as much. And this was the first year out of all years that I've talked less about YouTubers than ever in my career. Because I think people were tired of just one. They were tired of it. And unless I was ready to go pull up and fight to make it juicy, and I wasn't going to do that. I actually told this one particular YouTuber, don't go fight. And they did it anyhow. I said, I'm not going to do that for fame. Because if you do that, then you got to go pull up on another YouTuber, then another one. I'm not going to be known as that guy. So when we talked about Nicki and Meg, I said, okay, all right. I was like, okay, I get it now. That's what the people wanted. And because I thought they just wanted me to talk about the YouTuber, and that was that. And that wasn't the case. And when we did that in the BET Awards, when we did that Patti LaBelle video, I'll never forget it. And that video did numbers. And I think we got like 100 subscribers off that video. I said, okay, we got 100 subscribers off that. And then we did the Nicki video. Oh, and did the Mario video. And when that Mario video came out, I said, woo. And it did 265,000 views. And that's me talking. I said, oh. That's it. And so I started responding to what worked for the show. And that's why in 2024, I was like, okay, I get it. More popular celebrities. We talk more about celebrities. Because at one point, I didn't talk about celebrities. Like, I didn't care. I was so ingrained on YouTubers. I was ingrained on YouTubers. I really was. And that's what kept me stagnant for a long time. Because I just stayed with a very niche market. And these wasn't like huge, big YouTubers at 80 million subscribers, like a lot of mess where everybody else talking about. No. So when we started talking about that, I said, okay, cool. Okay, cool. And I had to see it for myself. And it started with Patti LaBelle. And when I saw the numbers, and I just started with Nicki. And the beauty was shorts and TikToks. I didn't give a damn about the money. What I wanted to see is is it gonna do numbers? Because that's the biggest criticism that we get. We don't do numbers. So once we start doing numbers, I said, I felt good. I said, wow, thank you. When I started seeing stuff, 80,000, 90,000, 265,000 views, I felt good. I didn't care about the money at the time. I didn't care. And yes, I wish that was a video, a long form video, get 265,000, but we're taking baby steps, okay? And when it happened, then the people say, oh, I wish that was on a long form video. But it didn't matter to me because I said, wow, like people, okay, they know that I exist. You just got to talk about to get them to talk about. I said, oh my God, yeah. And I was so excited. I was really, really so excited. It was an honor. I felt good. And now when I did other videos, I felt good. When we went on Twitter was like low engagement. Low engagements on Twitter. Come on, y'all. Stop making all that noise. It's Sunday. Shut up. These kids don't listen to me, and that door is shut. They can't even hear nothing I'm saying. Anyway, I pray for people that got kids on Sunday. Anyway, so I'm looking at the number. I said, this is really good for me. I love this. I really love this. And that's because I just got tired. And then I said, let me just start seeing some other avenues. So we did it. And it worked. It was amazing. Yeah. That was an honor. Yeah. Okay. It was such an honor. And I got on here and it was such an honor. And so it was amazing. They say your nieces need a YouTube channel. I would love that they have a YouTube channel, but I look at the thing of them being children and innocent. You kind of lose your innocence once you become an employee. Once you become a creator, you grow up so fast. And I want my nieces to enjoy their childhood as long as they can. Because once you turn on that camera, and then if it do numbers, I don't really look at you as my niece. I'm looking at you as dollar signs. And I'm looking at you, okay, let's retape this and edit it. And I don't want that. I want them to have a beautiful childhood. And I don't think you should be a child working like that. And that destroyed a lot of children that get into the entertainment industry. They lose their identity. They lose their identity. They lose, and then the family become abusers of that because they take the money and spend it on themselves. And the child get 18 and they don't got nothing to show for it. And so I want them to be focused on education. Now, if it was my children, would I have them on YouTube? Probably. It would be something. Probably. I don't know. Because I don't want to be accused, oh, he's using his kids for clicks and views. You know what I mean? Especially if you're successful. If you're successful, that's going to be there. Oh, he's using his nieces for clicks and views. Oh, he's not paying his nieces. Oh, the babies don't need to be in front of the camera. Oh, what is he doing? So it's like, no. Because in Illinois, you have to, if the channel take off, you have to put that money in a trust, which I think is fine. I think that's great. But I think I will be turning into Joe Jackson. Hey, do this, and then we'll be thinking of ideas. And I'll be a producer all day long. But it's just like it's too, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's good for children. Then they got to pull off autographs and deal with harassment from their fellow students because they're jealous and hating. Because you got millions of people watching. You got to deal with all of that. Then you got to deal with these people, parents. Oh, my child should get more money. You're stealing my child's money. You got to deal with that too. You know what I mean? I look at that. So I'm like, nah, bro. Y'all stay where y'all at. I rarely even put them on my YouTube. Rarely. I used to do it every week. I could count on my hand how many videos we did on TikTok and on YouTube. Rarely do I do it because I don't want to be accused for nothing. And I know my loved ones. They'll try it in a second. Some think I'm rich now, and I'm not rich. Child, please, I'm not rich. All right. They said just do it right. It's all and let them do it right. My kids grew up watching him. He's a video game and all now family business. Yeah, and that doesn't work for everybody because it's horror stories for people that get into this business. It's a very ruthless business for a child. Wow, it's very ruthless. Then you got to deal with the stalkers. You got weird people that watch YouTube now, you know, very weird people. So you got to be very cautious and careful. That's all I'm saying. But nevertheless, I do appreciate my nieces and nephews because I do this for them. If I'm successful and wealthy, they will be, right? They will be. I'm doing this for my family. Yes. All right. But hey, everybody, it was so good seeing y'all this morning. Thank you all so very much. We will probably be back live today to chit chat with y'all, to have a conversation with y'all. It will be great. But I had to come on this morning. I had to. Ain't nothing like doing a morning show. And that's what we're bringing back in 2024, more morning shows. Because I like the morning shows, all right? Wigs, makeup. Yeah, I love my wigs. We say, is you gonna bring back my Queen of the Cross-Eyed Diva? Yes, we're gonna bring her back next year. Of course. Why not? Why not bring her back next year? And I did that character by accident. I literally did that character by accident. I'm going to keep it all the way real. I did it by accident. All right? So, all my people, no, I don't want to be no. I don't want to be trained. I don't want to be. I like being a female impersonator. I like dressing in women clothes. You know what I'm saying? I dress in women as a character. But I don't want to be a trans woman. I'll put on woman clothes all day. I'm not a cross-dresser. It's all for entertainment. I don't dress in women clothes when this camera's on. When I get entertain, take it off as used as a character. But I know when I put the wig on, when we did it, it was crazy. Oh, you trying to be like one. And then if it hits, that's what they're going to get. I don't want to be, well, no, a trans is a person that felt like they're in the wrong body. They feel that they was in the wrong body. That ain't me. I just put on women clothes for a check. That's it. put on makeup, put on a wig, take that off, go to bed. I'm a man. But so I'm not a trans. I don't want to be trans, right? Nothing against people that want to be trans. That's them. Let them do them. But for me, I put on women clothing, and I put on women clothing for entertainment purposes. But I don't want to be a trans. Okay. I don't want to be trans. So I really, really don't. And they say, I feel like I'm in the wrong body. I should be an Oprah Winfrey body. I don't trans. No. I don't necessarily feel that. Never had that conversation. I do feel that I'm going to be wealthy. I do feel that. Oh. But saying, oh, I'm in the wrong. No, I don't have that feeling. All right. I don't. You're funny. I don't have that. But do I have that when I'm about to, get it in? You know what I'm saying? Have that feeling like, oh, I want to be wealthy. Yes, of course. Sometimes I would get, when I'm in an SUV truck, like sometimes I don't never get the Uber Black or anything, but sometimes they send a truck. My mind, I see wealth. When I'm being driven around an SUV truck, I get on my phone like I'm taking a business meeting or blah, blah, blah. I have a weird mind. And I said, oh, that's like one. I said, I want to be rich and like having a driver and a staff. Not a big staff. But a driver that wait for me. That's the sole purpose to drive me around. So yeah. Oh, I'm just in my mind. Like it's just in my mind. Yeah. That's in my mind. Anyway, I don't get that. But thank you all so very much. I feel like I'm in a wrong tax bracket, so I'm gonna consider transfer. Listen, whatever how you feel, Nate, that's just fine for how you feel. You can feel that way all day long. Love each and every one of you all. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Thank you all. We will see you all in the next episode. My members, I want to see you all. I'm about to put the Zoom information up for my members because they requested me because it is Sunday, you guys, and it is 10:36 a.m. So I'm gonna put the Zoom thing in, and we pay for Zoom every month, so we are members of Zoom meeting. Okay, Tasha K, her spy is gonna be in there, so I can't play her content. I can't play her interview. I can't play her interview, but I can't play her interview. Now, if we do get a sponsor, then I put the Zoom information on the community wall for the non-paid members. But as of right now, we didn't get a sponsor. So, okay. Okay. All right. All right. So we're going to do that 12 p.m. And that's 12 p.m. on the East Coast side. Because you on East Coast 12. In Central, 11 a.m. All right. So give me a second. Hold on, I want to make sure. Hold on. I'm going to post that in the members only. Now, if you are a member, you will see this in the members only tab. All right. So I'm about to drop that in there now, members. We ask you, please do not share this because some of y'all have been sharing with other people outside of the fold. Don't do it, please, because this is for the members, okay? This is only for the members. All right. If we get a sponsor, we will post it for the general public. But as of right now, we didn't get a sponsor. Okay. But let me post it in here. If you want to become a member, click on that members only. You can become a member over here, or if you want the Zoom information, you can cash app us the $5 and you can get the members only link. And just in a memo on the cash app, post your number in there. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. You can put your number in there. So give me a second. All right. Thank you all so very much. Now we will see y'all. Is y'all ready? Oh, come. Oh, I'm supposed to be at church today. That's all I was going. Yeah. It's this other guy that followed me on Snapchat. And he's so gorgeous, by the way. And I don't know, like a lot of gorgeous women don't hit me up, but a lot of gorgeous man hits me up. I don't know if he watching right now. He did hit me up on Saturday, say he laying down watch show. I said, what is the gorgeous women gonna really hit me up like the gorgeous man? I don't know. Maybe I need to start talking about gorgeous women more. But it's not hard getting a gorgeous man to talk to me. But women, it's kind of difficult. You know, because a lot of people don't know I have a secret. It's not a secret Snapchat. But I'm on Snapchat. It's not a secret Snapchat. But I am literally on Snapchat. And I'm on Snapchat. And a lot of people don't know that I'm on Snapchat. And my Snapchat is Wiley Show. That is my Snapchat. Okay, Wiley Show. That is my Snapchat, Wiley Show. And I'm going to share my Snap code. You said because I said I don't eat yoni. Well, that could change. Okay, give me a second. Are you going to station before members only? I'm only asking because I don't get a notification for the new station. Yeah, I'll let you know. But we're not gonna go on station now. But we got to do members only. It's showing another guy. Oh wait, okay, hold on. You said showing another guy? Wait, I don't know if that's me. Hold on, y'all. Let me send it to you like that. Hold on. Wait. Let me share my profile link. Because I had this is the longest social media forum that I had. Hold on, let me show my link. All right, I share my link. Because I said I rarely share this link out. And I think people that have my phone number get my Snapchat. But that's my Snapchat, you guys. Follow me on Snapchat. Really, like most people that's on my Snapchat, like close friends and family. That's on my Snapchat. Yeah. Yeah, that's mostly people on my Snapchat is like friends and family on my Snapchat. It's friends and family on my Snapchat. Okay, wait. Who is this? Oh, okay. I'm gonna send it to you, sis. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you. I did see your cash app. I see it right now. Pardon me. Hold on. Okay, so y'all sending me. Okay. Okay, and I like that because I be getting it in. Let me buy my business, but I be getting it in on Snapchat. I be getting it in over there on Snapchat. But I probably got to be on my best behavior now because my YouTube people know about myself. A lot of people didn't know I had Snapchat. And I actually had to block somebody on Snapchat because somebody, teenage child or teenager was on Snapchat. And they was flirting with me on Snap. First of all, they said their mom watched the show. Oh, great, great, great. And then they started being flirtatious. And I immediately blocked them. I'm like, bruh, like, I forgot how old this person was. Maybe 16, 17. I don't know. I know they wasn't 18. Because they said my mom watched the show. I was like, oh man, tell your mom, hey, blah, blah, blah. And it was like mess. Like like it started. That person started flirting. And I immediately blocked. I'm like, bro, you're not even. I didn't even give it no response. Block. I ain't got time. And that's when I was heavy in the B sector. And I don't know if the mother tried to set her child up to do that, to do a storyline to be such. And then because the mother of the called, like hit me up on the DM, like, was that my son? Because he watches the show with me. Was it him? And I never responded to, because I'm like you need to be. And I remember saying this. I said, y'all need to be watching y'all children on those apps. I remember I said that. And then this one particular video, well, was that my teen? I don't know who teenage son it was, but I do know that was inappropriate to be doing that. Like, you should not be flirting with grown men on apps. You shouldn't even be on there. But I'm not that person's daddy, and people do weird stuff like that. But yeah, I remember that. And then it was like a couple of years later, James Charles got caught in some controversy because he was flirting with an underage teenager on Snapchat. Like, it's crazy. Like, once you know, like, first of all, it's not even good to flirt with people on that period, because some people lie about their age. It's just weird. Just don't do it. It's just real. It just don't do it, man. It just don't do it. And don't be sending all type of pictures. Now, have I sent pictures back in my day? Yeah, but once you become a public figure, you don't do it. I don't do it anymore, because again, people know who I am now. That's the only drawback when you get to become a public figure. You can't do the same thing you were doing when you were just an average Joe. You can't. And I used to love Jack and them apps. I would be on it. But I don't do it anymore, because like, oh, you from YouTube? Oh man, you got to stay off Nicki Minaj. You got that. And it's crazy, because I used to like those apps. I used to get it in, but now if I don't see you on Facebook or whatever, or I say, you know, it's crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. I've been intimate with a guy, and this man hit me up because he was a fan of the show, and I guess he wanted to be intimate. He said, "Man, you're so masculine, like in person." So we get it in. And then he said, "Man, I got a confession. You know, I'm married." I said, "Word?" He said, "Yeah, I'm married. I got a whole husband." And I go, "Wait a minute, what?" He said, "Yes, I got to be a whole husband." And this dude, like, I'm like, because I'm like, because it was great. So at least let's, come back over. And I guess the husband's, got a new schedule, so he ain't able to come over, and stuff like that. He said, I got a husband and stuff. And I said, what? I didn't even know that. Because he was a good guy, beautiful place, got money, you know what I mean? Just a beautiful, all-around guy. He lives in a beautiful neighborhood. I'm not going to tell you the area in Texas he lives in, but it's nice. Beautiful, everything. Like, okay, we can kind of date or whatever. Okay. But it wasn't even a one-night stand. It was a multiple stand. And I guess he really, because he's a fan of me on YouTube. We got involved. So when Tasha's case say don't screw your audience, I've already have done that. But I've never done the women. I think the women would be more messy. I never screwed a female supporter, but the men, I've been there, done that. And I've been there, done with the guys. But the women, I've never done it with the women. I've actually honored the women more than the men, meaning that, okay, whatever, cool, let's get it in. But the women, I've never done it with the women. And I think that's going to shift once I go to the East Coast. That's going to change once I go to the East Coast. I'm just putting it in the atmosphere. That's going to change once I get to the East Coast. I'm going to tell you right then and there, that's going to shift once I start traveling to the East Coast. Then that's going to shift and change. I feel it in my spirit. But then it's going to shift and change. And then, all that type of stuff, they're going to shift and change on the East Coast. Yeah. Going to shift and change. They said Mrs. Wally Fish. They said, listen, y'all. Let me get myself ready for this members only, you guys. I want to see y'all in members only. It was this other subscriber that we was on a virtual date. And it was so nice. She was in college, like 23 or 24. Very intelligent. It was a great date. And it was fun. It was fun. I don't think it would have worked because it was like long distance, but it was cool. It was fun. It was dope. Like that was a great date. And it was a virtual date. But I don't think it would have worked because it was long distance, but it was fun. It was fun. Like and then I liked when she would listen to when I was on the air, blah, blah, blah. That was like earlier this year. They said do more. Y'all see my body wash right there? I love like this body wash. And I have to keep this body wash in here. Anybody know I gotta have my body wash and I gotta have my cough medicine, my body wash, because I really, 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 really love my body wash. Because I don't play no game. I have to have my body wash. Body wash is really, 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 really good. I love that body. Even though I know y'all are like, oh, I don't like that body, but I just love this particular body wash. It's that Irish Spring. I just love it. I love it. Anyway, it's I'm telling you, do more. Okay, what do more? What? What do you want me to do more of? What do you want to do more of? But yeah, I got it in, child. But I'm going. I'm gonna try to be. They say I use Dovey body wash. Okay. So yeah, all right, y'all. We about to get ready to get this members only started. Who is this? Better get this members only started. We love you all. And again, if you want to get the members only, just subscribe. The virtual day, especially with the women. Yeah, I'm gonna do more virtual dates. I'm gonna do more virtual dates. I'm gonna do more virtual dates because it was fun. It was entertaining. It was really, really good. It was really, really great. Really, I'm looking forward to 2024. I want to be in a relationship in 2024, married in 2024, and children. I want that year to be different. I want to be different in 2024. I want to see how would I be as a father. You know what I'm saying? How would I be as a father? I want to see it because I'm like my oldest brother just had his son. I said, okay, 2024, that's gonna be the year. I want to have a child, a marriage. Yeah. And that'd be a good, like Paul, that would be a good reality show. Me getting married and having a child and like recording that process. Me going through fatherhood in the first. Yeah, I think that would be really good. I think that would really, really good. What you think, Paul? You think that would be good? I think so. I think that would be entertaining. That would be different for 2024. Having a child, me talking to my woman or whatever, on my concubines, yeah, I think that would be interesting. I think that would be so very interesting. I think that would be awesome, and then I think it would be very very awesome. I'm gonna look into that. Make sure you write that down. I want that in 2024. I want a child and a beautiful girlfriend. I want her to be beautiful. I want to be submissive, but I want her to be smart. And I want her, and then we can do family channels. Like, yeah, we don't want to make that happen. Yeah, make that happen and everything like that. Yeah. You said what? I got to learn how to eat the yoni. Yeah, of course, I'll be a master at eating that. I actually saw a video. Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in members only. We'll talk about that in members only because that's some stuff. I'm about to get to my members only stuff. Let me hold that. Okay, definitely for 2024. You know what I'm saying? I really, really want it. In 2024. Yeah, let's go all in 1 year. It ain't hard to do that all in 1 year. Well, y'all acting like y'all they got 3 baby daddies all in 1 year in a few seconds. Like, come on now. Let's not sit here act crazy in there. Y'all acting like, oh, wait a minute. All in 1 year? Yes. If you know what you want. You gotta wear all you already know what you want. And that ain't hard. All I gotta do is find a good woman so I can get to know her and she produce my seed or multiple children. Maybe about, I want a big family. So it ain't gonna be, man, please, I'm gonna do that. And so again, that's my goal for 2024. So it could happen very quickly. I don't know. We will see. So I'm 33 years old with no children. You know, many people say it's weird. They say, "Are you going to be faithful?" No, I'm going to be faithful, especially if she's good looking. Oh, of course I'm going to be faithful. Of course I'm going to be faithful because that's what I want. I'm going to be faithful and holy to her, right? And holy to my family. I'm not going to bring a disdain to my family. I will leave and walk away from the relationship before I become unfaithful. Hey, that's Shabbat. So I'm just letting you all know that now. Because that's a major question. I'll be so much, you know, so faithful. Good morning. Are you possibly able to help out the PM shift tonight? No. I got to help out the house. Like, these people get me up every day, which I ain't mad about it. But I got to go pick up my mom. Okay. Hey, everybody. All right, give me a second. What I'm about to do. All right, this was an immediate no. Oh, immediate no. Okay. Well, I'm gonna see y'all in members only in about 5 minutes. Thank you all so very much. I will have the timestamps up. Y'all love the timestamps, so I will have that in this video. Thank you all for tuning in. If you all can like this video, members only will start in about 5 minutes for our members only. And we do it on Zoom. If you say, I do not want to sign up for a commitment, you can see this Zoom for only $5 and you can cash out me the $5 and you can send you in the memo, put your number or your email address and I will send you the Zoom information. Okay. All right. Thank you all so very much. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna make sure these kids have ate something and everything. And I'm gonna see if they can get a bowl of cereal. And everything, because I'm not about to sit here and slave over that stove and make no bacon and no pancakes and some muffins from scratch. I'm not gonna do that. I'm about to go ahead on there, warm them up some collard greens. Probably gonna warm them up some collard greens and stuff like that. All right, love you all. I'm about to get this show started. Give me a second. I'm about to get the show started. Y'all be good. Thank you all so very much. Quiet on the set. Noise. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Stop that noise. Hey, hey, hey.